Sweet. We run the die roll. Definitely gonna play first. Well, we're gonna keep it. It's not a great hand, but we'll draw some action and be able to ramp right. And hey, we got all of our mana and a turn 1 and a turn 2, so you know, life can't be that horrible here. Ooh, another green player. Oh, that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be so nice. Check for Uno. Sounds like good. No 3-drop ramp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll be able to get it soon enough. We'll get it soon enough. Definitely want to play this guy out in case... Well, gosh, is there a raise the alarms here? Yeah, I want my guys for Convoke. So, because this is still just 1/1 dudes. So I'll just pass the turn. Raise? Nope, no raise. Okay. Free and clear next turn, as needed. A Roomclaw Bear. Well, okay then. Ooh, a Wayfinder. That's okay. Not excited to just trade my Amorphous Jest for this guy. We'll just go ahead and rock out the Wayfinder. Get our value. Let's go into the bin. A lot of things, but we didn't whiff at least. Boink. At least next turn, we are able to rock and roll with our Siege Worm. And then we'll have Hunt the Weak to take out anything crazy. And Polymorphous Jest. That's our game plan. Siege Worm and then protect it. Well, this Venom Sliver is not doing a whole lot. I don't need it in order to convoke anything, because I have Siege Worm. I'm going to block. Just because it keeps my opponent off of other convoke stuff, like a Triplicate Spirits in those colors, and I'm cool with that. Shaman the Spring, go for it. Cool. This is going to be a very good card soon enough. But for now, let's get our Siege Worm out. It should put us in a good position to start bashing through. Right now the Scavenger is also a 5/5. Possible Trip Spirits here, but even that isn't the end of the world since we have our Siege Worm online. That is not the case, and I'm definitely not blocking. Opponent could have... What is it, a Banishing Light? No. Charging Rhino. That's fine. Have your Charging Rhino, my friend. I think what we do here is Hunt the Weak and then attack in with everything. Kill this guy, make a 6/6, then attack in for 8. That seems really nice. Maybe I leave the Elvish Mystic back just for a Jest, but the Jest isn't going to do a whole lot. Opponent's tapped out. Let's hunt it. Could be indestructible here. Nope, not even that. Never mind. Yep, that's it. We're good. Oh, they're giving the +2/+2. We've been a 2 for 2. Glad my opponent didn't have it. But I wish I had thought of that. Opponent has 6 cards in hand. That's a little troublesome. Little worrisome, I should say, not necessarily troublesome. Having that many cards, though. We have a huge threat that needs to be dealt with, and then another big one coming down soon, and in these colors, it's not the easiest thing to deal with. If you don't fall too far behind on any kind of race. Really, Triplicate Spirits and a Sanctified Charge are the only thing I'm particularly worried about. My opponent wants to do these trades. Interesting. Or trade damage. Let's see some other big thing. Constricting Sliver. So this becomes... I'm trying to think if Polymorphous just can get it somehow. It can't. Siege Worm. It's going to lose its +1/+1 counter. I will happily attack into that, though, with my Polymorphous just up. Though my opponent won't be blocking because it's a little obvious what's happening, right? So maybe we just go ahead and rock out the Undergrowth Scavenger, play the Paragon of Eternal Wilds, bash in with both? No, because if I do that, I don't actually have the backups. Maybe I just get the Scavenger online. Do I care about a single point of damage? I think I just stay back and block in case my opponent attacks in with a Sliver. This guy's big enough. We'll run her out there. Pass the turn. I could have attacked in. My opponent will probably see the bluff. This way I don't give away that much information. And it's only 1 point of damage, which I don't think is going to make a big deal here. Could be wrong. But I'd much rather... Oh, a third color. How interesting. I'd much rather just have this to be able to block and then have Polymorphous Jets up to deal with any kind of shenanigans. What am I worried about? Besides, of course, Triplicate Spirits. Okay. Bouncing Shaman Spring. A little bit annoying. Opponent gets to draw a card. Develop the board a bit. Not fun, but I still have a 6/6 bashing through with the Polymorphous just up. Oh no, playing a Paragon, I see. Okay. It's just gonna make my dude that much better. Ooh. So we play the Paragon. Do I attack him with everything? Totally signals the jest. Versus I just attack him with a 7/7. I don't think... The thing is, I can attack in, and this just will protect me either from a crackback or I just get a lot of damage through. 7, 8, 9, 10. This guy has to be blocked, so I'm eating something. If the jest goes down, my opponent tries to get kind of like snooty. It's fine. But I think I just play it conservatively, because that's the kind of guy I am, and just attacking with a Scavenger. And my opponent wants to put these two in front of it, then I'm okay with that. And then I'll just go and get him with the Polymorphous Jest in order to get my dude back and do a 2-for-1. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't think my opponent's going to do a double block and give me back a Siege Worm. That seems kind of silly. So it'd have to be some kind of double block plus like a Convoke combat trick, which I don't see happening. No, my opponent is going for it. Okay. Oh, yeah, that way's good for the signing blockers. And then I'm definitely doing this. So indestructibility could come down on one of the dudes, but my guy's alive, and I get a 2-for-1 out of it. That's fine. Oh, no. My opponent was going to let me have it back anyway? That's crazy. So one of the cards in hand is a Shaman of the Springs. We know that. Is there a rare card I'm not thinking of that gets me for having all this stuff out? Aether Spout we can play around pretty easily. These guys are going to be lethal enough. Getting trample on them is fine. One's already got trample, I just give the Undergrowth Scavenger trample. Aether Spout's not happening, so I'm okay with that now. Is there another rare I'm missing? I don't think so. I think my opponent's just trying to dig to maybe an answer, like the Banishing Light. Banishing Light is the Convoke one that destroys target attacking or blocking creature, right? Am I saying that correctly? Admittedly, I've been in the Khans of Tarkir world for so long, watching all that stuff, and haven't drafted in a wee while. I don't quite recall. Okay. Let's attack in with just the big dudes. 3, 4, 5s. Puts my opponent down to 8 and clears the board. I don't lose anything. Opponent has to block. We're just going to give the Scavenger dude trample. Interesting. Or I won't, because I'll just let damage go through. What do you have here? Titanic Growth. Okay. Okay. So you want to take out this guy instead of this guy. That's interesting. Well, I guess because the guy stays around longer. That's fine. Not great for me, but, you know. Opponent's down to 4 now. We got a bunch of creatures right back here. So opponents have an answer for this. Which is very doable in this format. Was I too conservative? Should I just attacked with everything there? Yeah, I think I should have attacked with everything. Though my opponent wasn't tapped out. As long as not with the Paragon, but I've tried with these guys. Maybe they're eating, but all my other stuff like had like a bunch going on that it would have definitely been worth it. Should have thought of that. A second Titanic Growth would be bad here, but I don't know if I'm worried about that at the moment. Maybe attack with everything? Oh no, all these 3/3s are bad. That's nice. So we can start digging for another Siege Worm or for our Soul. If I were to attack with everything, 3/3s, just eat my 2/2s. My opponent has to block well enough. 1 3/3 is lethal, so 2 3/3s have to go on the Undergrowth dude, so it at least takes out 2 things. And if 3 go through, 3, 6, 7, 8, if all 3 of these guys are here, I take out 2 3/3s. The Paragon would have to block as well. I'm attacking with everything. Because the 3/3s like hang on to this guy, then my opponent would have to double block. Yeah, so we're attacking again with everything. Could get a little bit hosed here with another Titanic Growth. I just don't see that happening. And if this Paragon dies, then I'm still in pretty good shape. Yeah, it sucks I lost 2 things, but having this card in hand is really nice. Indestructible would be a bummer too. The +2/+2 isn't as worrisome, but still not great. Still getting some value. And I'm making my opponent have it, and being able to kind of like use up the resources while I still have resources. It's not a foolproof plan by any means. Okay, what you got? What you doing, hon? Okay. Eat a dude. Take 2. Take 3? Let my guy stay alive? That can't be right. That means there gotta be a combat trick here. Still, again, I'm okay with it. Get a couple things cleared off the board. Make my opponent use cards. We're doing okay at that point. I'm good with that. Assigning blockers. Give this guy some trample for a point of damage. What trick are you using right now? Ranger's Guile. Okay. So take out 3 cards for 1 card. These guys trade. My opponent's left with a 2/2. I'm left with a 2/2. Yeah. Oh no, oh yeah, cause that guy. Yep. Took out the shaman also. Oh, that'd work even better. I still would have been happy if there was still, a bear on the other side of the table. That's a bummer. Oh, that's a big bummer. 2 cards in hand, my friend. Okay. Rip something awesome. That's good. I don't know if it's awesome, though. They're just attacking with everything. I'm fine if these guys trade. This takes out 2 spirits, and then I'm left with a Nimbus against what my opponent has. Yeah, we're just going to attack with everything. We just want to be aggressive. My opponent has no cards in hand, so we're both top decking. I don't want to use Jalira, even though I have 2 really nice creatures in my deck. I also have, like, really dorky creatures. And right now these are trading, so I'm okay with this. And these guys have to be blocked. At least one does. It's definitely an issue if the Dauntless River Marshal sticks around. Only 1 island, though, means at least I can still continue to bash through. The opponent's down to 2. That's nice. Okay, what'd you top deck, friend? What did you top deck? Anything? Second island is actually the only thing I'm really scared about. Certainly gas would be bad. I'm not exactly excited for my opponent to get, like other Triplicate Spirits or something, so I shouldn't be that crazy. Yeah, this doesn't matter at all. Yeah, I mean, it keeps the master from attacking, but I can still attack in with the Nimbus. It'll be tapped down, but it gives me a nice draw. Awesome. What am I peeling right now? Is there any way for me to put an attack through with this peel? I don't think so. I kind of feel like hanging on to the peel. I mean, the Nimbus is going to get tapped right now. So if we let the Nimbus be tapped, I can peel my Nimbus and play it again. Bounce the Skirmisher, attack for 2. My opponent has to get rid of the Spirit or the River Marshal. Both is okay for me, but I can basically just bounce my Nimbus and the Spirit. Because then next turn, I mean, the River Marshal just keeps the Nimbus down. The Skirmisher comes down again. I still don't have attacks here. I think I'm just going to wait. Yeah, I'm just going to wait. I think I can leverage the peel in a better way soon enough. And if anything really scary happens, from my opponent's draw step that's better than mine, then I should be okay. Ooh, attacking with the spirit, I see. So if my opponent doesn't play another creature here, then the peel should be able to get us the River Marshal out of Hawk. I will be bouncing my dude. Oh, this is nice. This is assuming the same play happens this turn. I'm going to go for it if my opponent taps down the Nimbus again, which I assume is happening. Go ahead and bounce the Skirmisher, attacking with the Master, and even gather courage to keep it alive. Do I have enough mana for that? 4 or 5? Yeah, I do. Okay. Gotta be careful on time here. Definitely gonna gather courage here after the block. So we have 2 lethal creatures on the board. There's at least a Skirmisher in hand, and probably a land and something else, since nothing was played last turn. There's plenty of opportunities for things. Ooh, here's a different land. Here comes a Skirmisher. Attack me for 2? I don't think that's a good idea, friend. Opponent has to keep the D up. And we just attack in with the Flyer. If shenanigans go down, we can just master it away. Jump, jump. All right, grinding it out, grinding it out. Top decking, top decking. We're still in good position though, 15-2 with our master here. And that's that. Cool. I'm a little scared of my opponent's deck. It's got some really good cards in it, pretty decent stuff happening. Plummet's so bad against the Trip Spirits. Did I ever pick up a... No. I would consider splashing a Fester Gloom. Negate's an option. Because of Triplicate Spirits. The Constricting Sliver was certainly a thing. Dauntless River Marshal and all that other stuff I don't care as much about. Is anything bad against my opponent? Sort of. Research Assistant, it's not great. I think we cut the Assistant and bring in Negate here. Keep the land the same distribution, because we are already kind of hedging with extra blue. And they're both blue cards, never mind, it's all the same. And we got to keep. Not awesome. Kind of like our last hand. But Satyr Wayfinder is a thing. And we have a Golem. Cool. Alright. Let's Wayfind. Keep the lands flowing. Bummer Negate's gone. I guess it doesn't really matter. Take a forest. Ditch the other guys. I keep getting rid of my Frost Lynxies. I would love to have my Frost Lynxies. No play for my opponent, and I'm just bricking with a whole bunch of lands, which is okay if my opponent's not doing a whole lot. We didn't see Raise the Alarm last turn for my opponent, but for 1 damage and the fact that I want Convoke, I want it. Alright, once again, opponent does not have Raise the Alarm, so Might be able to attack safely into the board state, but here's probably going to be one of those 4-drops that we've seen a lot of. Oh, yeah, there you go. I was thinking more Shaman of the Springs, but Paragon, kind of the same deal. Since we need to play a creature last turn, I can't Willforge Golem out right now. Arguable to do a Hunt the Week right now. It's 2 for me. Nah, there's no reason. Just pass the turn. At least next turn we do get a Willforge Golem. Then we'll Hunt the Week and all that fun stuff. Try to keep some creatures alive so we can get out our Golem and our Siege Worm. Bash in, my friend. Go for it. I will take it. I'm taking it right now. We'll be hard casting Overwhelm when the time comes. Since our next couple turns are pretty well played out, we can go Golem, Siege Worm, Overwhelm. Paragon of New Dawns, now that's scary. That's going to take a Hunt the Week for sure, because of them Trip Spirits. Here, we're just for sure convoking out Willforge Golem. No doubt about it. F6, because I can't convoke anything with an artifact. Alright, Dos Paragons, not exactly the combo. But here comes Triplicate Spirits, and that's pretty scary. But Hunt the Week will take out the Paragon, so it's a little less scary. What's my opponent thinking about? I'm thinking about Triplicate Spirits. Because that's scary. Scary. And I'm definitely hanging on to the Hunt the Week. Yep. Here it comes. Could be a Siege Worm. Nope, there it is. Alright, so Hunt the Week for sure taking out the Paragon. No doubt. And that also means I'll probably just go ahead and attack in with the Willforged Golem at that point. Try to start a race situation so I'm not super far behind. Yeah, another Siege Worm. Alright, killing the Paragon, attack with the 5/5. Opponent could have the Titanic Growth and all that fun stuff, but we're going to be able, on the following turns, just pound out some Siege Worms. So that's okay. Please don't have Titanic Growth. Oh, my opponent has Titanic Growth, because my opponent convoked. Oh, that was so bad. I should have read that sooner. I even called it. Bad idea. Alright, I deserve to lose this game now. Cool beans. Cool beans. My bad. Could have waited a turn. Well, I guess a couple turns, take some beats, but I definitely could have played around that with the Siege Worms and such that in hand. I could have played a Siege Worm that turn, and then play Hunt the Week. Ugh! I suck at life. This doesn't help that I'm tired. But no excuses. I'm the one playing and choosing to play. Bronze Sable! The rubs. The rubs! Alright. Probably a little too late, but whatever. We'll try to put some pressure on the board. Given right just to attack him with the Seder Wayfinder, but it's just going to be blocked by the Bronze Sable, so who cares? Runeclaw Bear. We still take 6. We're going to start blocking like none other. Alright, so we have to do Polymorphous Jest against the spirits here. Trade with 1, eat 1. I don't have a creature, though, to play the Jest and eat the last spirit, so we're still in pretty dire shape. And if my opponent just Alpha Strikes, we're still dead anyway. That's the only thing I can do right now. Hope my opponent doesn't do that, and then we're in okay shape. My opponent probably just sees that the game is in hand. Since I'm doing nothing, I'm probably just choosing not to reveal more cards. I don't mind revealing the Jest. My opponent saw it last game. If the attack comes in with everything, I'm just conceding. But if it's just the spirits, then I'll Jest to try to stay alive for a turn. Okay. Alright, I deserve to lose that. That's no doubt there. Me and my silly play. Do I want Titanic Growth now? I still like this negate. Don't know if I want a second Overwhelm, though. Without Trample and all my opponent's stuff, maybe that was a bad call to keep that guy in. Plummets, Titanic Growth, just a combat trick, but I think I like it. Boink. Okay. Let's not forget to play around the cards that we're calling out. Like Titanic Growth, it was so obvious. Could have been the Ephemeral Shield, which also would have been bad. Could have been a lot of things that would have made it bad. But we had seen the Titanic Growth in the first game, so that's why I shouldn't be bummed or surprised that I saw it. And I'm not. I just played poorly. Okay. Let's try to snatch into this second round by clenching this third game here. I would love to play first. Thank you. No! Mulliganing. This is okay. Keeping. My opponent has 7 cards. One drop, 2 drop, and then Convokes mean there's a good likelihood that we can draw out of this. That's not exactly what I was looking for, but whatever. Playing this guy to F6 now. We'll go ahead and rock our 1 point of damage through. Wink. Alright, we just want to draw a creature next turn so we can cast it. Unglabear, okay. Ugh. Well, it's okay, but really not what we're looking for. Now I'd be fine with a land or a castable creature. As long as it's not like our Frostlinks. You know, those are good cards. Ooh, perfect mana. That's scary. And if I... Actually, I think I really just need a land because I need to get some pressure on in order to prevent me dying from a triplicate spirits in a turn or two. Because if 3-drop comes down, the next turn I'm dealing with a bunch of flyers and not... I need pressure. Yeah. Well, I guess this is kind of helpful because it actually bounces something back. So that means I have an extra turn before the spirits come down. We're just all kind of setting up our stuff. There's a land. Alright, 4/4 on turn 4 is okay by me. What else is that? Skirmisher. Okay, that comes around. Opponent attacks in for 4. I take 4 damage this way, but that's okay. I'm not going to block. Opponent gets to play the bear again. Gosh, just another land. 1, 2. least I get attacking with a Wheel Forge Golem. If my opponent wants to double block, I'm in okay shape. I want to clear the way for the Siege Worm, and my opponent's currently tapped out. There could be Indestructible. Still, it's a 2-for-1. I need to get back some of my card advantage. Opponent just takes it. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm out of gas. It's going to be forever for me to play the Polymorphous Jest. Probably be cycling the Wall of Mulch next turn to get something online. If my opponent doesn't have a Convoke spell or lands, then there might be some hope in this little race here. Oh, there's a land. Nope. And a Triplicate Spirits. Ouch. Do I care about this Wall of Mulch? Not so much. Attacking with a Siege Worm, because I just get double blocked against this dude here. Let's go ahead and sacrifice, see what we get. Hunt the Weak. Opponent, I guess I could go ahead and take the Invasive Species out. I have a 5/5, two 5/5s, one of which has 3 points of damage, so the Runeclaw Bearer just trades for it. I still like that idea, though, because I want to be able to attack with this Siege Word this turn. My opponent would have to, like, block with everything. Alright, let's do it. And this plays around the different Convoke spells that could exist. As long as a Paragon doesn't come down, I just might be able to have enough pressure with my two 5/5s to keep my opponent from getting fancy here. If I draw an island next turn, this Polymorphous Jest might help on blocks. We'll see. There's hope. There's definitely hope. But this is an uphill battle that's being fought right now. Siege Worm. Laying siege. Go, Wormy! Penis Worm, go! You can do it! Ooh, my opponent puts the bear in front. My opponent going for this? So there could be an indestructible spell of some sort and or a combat trick, but... Alright, we have to go up to the front this way, right? I don't care about that. I just want the spirits gone. The 2/2 I can deal with pretty easily. Is this happening? Nice! Nice. I'm very pleased with that. Triplicate Spirits. Traded with a Siege Worm, but I also got the Runeclaw Bear out of the way. Board state's precarious, and I got a nice big old 5/5 here, but my opponent's got 4 cards in hand. And I can't play the last card I got going on. Obviously, not blocking. What else you got coming down? Hopefully something that taps out a green mana, so I don't have to worry about this Titanic Growth. My opponent would have had to just rip the Titanic Growth, if that were the case. I have my own Titanic Growth. Booyah. Which I will not show my opponent. So if we're trading Titanic Growths, that's cool, because I also get to get your Midnight Guard. Hey, how about that? Me too. All right. My opponent gets to whittle away some of my life total. What just happened? Oh, my opponent. Oh, shoot. So I messed that up. I was like, what just happened? I didn't realize that we were before declare blockers. So I cast my Titanic Growth early, and then my opponent just chose to take the damage instead of losing the Midnight Guard. I don't know if that was correct or not. I think it was, because I definitely wanted the Midnight Guard gone. Now it looks like my opponent's trying to race. Hopefully this Jest or a top deck will help me get out of it, but I'm kind of worried of Sanctified Charge now. Charging Rhino. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So my opponent can now do a chump, do 6 against me. It's not even a chump, just do a double block. Ooh, that's not what I needed. Alright, I gotta be on defense now. Still want that for my chumpers. For my chumpers. Let's see if my opponent wants to come in with this Charging Rhino. I will just chump with an Elvish Mystic. I don't need those anymore. Wait until I have a second island to keep up my Polymorphous Jests. Netcaster Spider. Alright, just defense. Coming at it for days here. Opponent draws a little bit more gas than myself. I'm not dead yet. Venom Sliver is a nice addition. Still don't have attacks though. We'll just also add to the board. Interesting. What would be the most scary thing? One of the Paragons? I don't know if that's that scary. It's definitely not good though. Looks like that didn't do anything for my opponent. I get a Paragon. What does that do for me? Not a whole lot. I still need the Venom Sliver for defense. Still, I'm happy to play this to bolster any kind of crackback situation I may or may not have. It's nice to have Death Touch with Trample, but that's 1 point of damage. It's not doing a whole lot there. First Strike, now that would be pretty cool. But I am at a point, if I can draw an island, I think I can go for an alpha attack, because it forces my opponent to block in certain ways that should be really beneficial for me. So it's nice to have that out. If a Frostlynx comes down, tap the Charging Rhino, attack with the Willforged Golem. Yeah, that'd be nice. So definitely a number of draws that are cool here. My opponent's tapping a lot of mana. Ooh, Constricting Sliver. Okay. Not excited for that. A nice 3/3 to the board. Taking out what? Of course, the big dude. As should happen, but you never know. Venom Sliver could have been taken out too. It's holding a lot of stuff back. Opponent can try to get attacking here. My opponent does try to get attacking here. Okay. What do I want to do? Double block something? The reach isn't a big deal. I don't have flyers that are going to be happening. Pretty sure I just trade a Mystic and take 4. Because I want to keep the Venom Sliver back for these guys. Question is, the next couple of turns, what am I doing? I could do a double block in the following turn. But again, it's just kind of nice to try to play into this Polymorphous Jest or whatever. Ugh. Oh. My opponent has one card in hand. If I attack with everything, blocks have to happen. But my opponent can just play around and do like one block. But if my opponent has one block and I Polymorphous Jest, this becomes a 1/1. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not lethal. And then the crackback 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is lethal. So we got to play this a little bit more patiently. I could attack with the Venom Sliver, which would trade. If I use the Jest, though, to do that, then I'm still faced with a conundrum. Am I fine with the Sliver trading with either of these guys? I think so. Versus blocks, and then I might even incentivize my opponent to try to go kind of all out. As expected, my opponent did not block, which puts me in a much better position to win this game. What's the top deck? What's the top deck? Hopefully not another Sliver. Because I have to do the Polymorphous Jest just to survive. But then my opponent gets green attacks with everything. I'm in okay shape. Time is a thing. I'm ahead on it, so it's okay, but my opponent's kind of low on time. I don't think it's going to come down to time. I don't think we should be worried about it, but while I'm just sitting here spitballing, I just want to see another Triplicate Spirits. If I draw my big ol' Alpha Strike pump spell, can I win? I don't know. Alright. So my opponent playing around the Jest, which was seen earlier. Alright, so we do the Jest, eat these two guys. These two are back. And I still gotta attack him with the Venom Sliver. Let's see what happens. Alright, well at least it resolves. Yeah? Ranger's Guile. Alright, Paragon goes, everything clears the board. My opponent's in a much better position than me. I get an Undergrowth Scavenger. That's cool. Still happy to trade these guys off. My opponent might put the Spider in front now. Nope. Alright. Yay. Big boy. What you got? Top deck war. You got something. Paragon. Good. That's not gonna do anything. And I love it. Ooh, and a Soul of Zendikar. Okay, now we're getting places. Great. Attack for both. I'll let this guy trade with any of those things. I see. And that should pretty much do it. There could be a bounce plus a pump. There we go. Woohoo! Finally got there. Let's hurry on to round 2.